Hello, today is September 2nd, 2022. This is video number 28 in my series, Our Courts Are a Joke. So I'd like to caution you to start with that this is not professional legal advice, just the ramblings of a 55-year-old man who's been screwed over in the family courts of Ontario in the last 16 years. And I can be reached at ourcourtsareajoke@gmail.com. So please watch these videos, subscribe to my channel, and spread this around to any man you know that's been in family court. And you know what? We need to start working together to affect some change. So today I don't have a lot to talk about. I got my appeal into the Supreme Court of Canada 2 weeks ago, and they've assigned me a temporary file number. So now I just have to wait for them to review my application for leave to appeal and let me know whether they're going to hear my appeal or not. And now the Supreme Court hears, they receive about anywhere around 600 applications a year, and they only hear about 80 to 100 of them. So, government workers, I guess, right? They don't want to do everything. So, but they're very selective. So they're selective. They say that they pick their cases that have some bearing, moving forward, have a bearing on future cases, right? It's not just a mistaken law or mistaken facts, right? Like it has to have some change, and I think my case does. Now, I also need to get to work on my application for leave to appeal for my first case. So I've kind of got them backwards here, but I had to deal with the most pressing, and I actually have a lot of work to do on my first one. And my ex actually signed an affidavit that she didn't want any more support a couple of years ago, and just due to my own inability to deal with my things in my life sometimes, I have procrastinated, and I need to get a motion in to get that all wrapped up, and then my appeal to the Supreme Court of Canada will be an effort to try to get some of the money back that I've lost over the last 16 years. And I'm 55 years old. I've lost the last 16 years of my life, which really should be the most productive financial years of my life, and instead I've just been spinning my wheels and losing money by the hundreds of thousands. And obviously at 55 years old, this is affecting my lifestyle. And I drive an old beater van, which I also live in because I'm homeless. Even though I have a job, and my job is being held back because of my inability to write exams with Transport Canada, because the federal government has they've suspended my passport and have frozen anything that has anything to do with the federal government. And Furrow has gone after my driver's license a few times, and I've had to put a motion in to get that stopped. So anyway, I did get some work done on the stay order for the garnishment of my bank accounts for my second case that's ongoing, and I need to file all that. And my ex. She no longer has her lawyer, which is probably because I guess she thinks the case is over. So now I'll have to serve her directly. So she may rehire her lawyer, but she has served me with the form that change in representation, that she is no longer represented by her previous lawyer, who I also have filed a complaint against with the Law Society because she swore a fraudulent financial statement. And what really kind of gets me about that financial statement is my lawyer picked at the pieces, for hours. And somehow Justice Kraft, the judgment took like 5 or 6 weeks. And it was almost like the trial ended. The judge went on vacation for a month, came back, and it was like, oh, what do I got to do here, right? And just, okay, we'll just give it everything to the woman. And, it was almost like the trial didn't mean anything. So anyway, the reason why Justice Kraft screwed me is because I slipped and said that Justice Conway screwed me. Of course, the judge doesn't want to hear that, right? It's a very small little collective, and they kind of all stick together, right? So I think that's what really burned me there. So everything comes back to Justice Conway, and yes, I need to get a complaint in against her, and I need to get an appeal heard to the Supreme Court, and I'm going to put it in my application to the Supreme Court that this judge went out of her way to screw me, and I'm going to put the evidence there that proves that, and hopefully the Supreme Court will hear that case, and we'll look at that, and maybe even I'll get this judge fired, which, honestly, from an ego point of view, doesn't mean anything to me. I just want the money. Show me the money, right? Like, I've lost 16 years of my life. Hopefully I'd never be before that judge again, but she should be fired, and maybe the rest of these judges need to be put on notice that, people are watching what's going on. And unfortunately, we're not, right? Like, the courts just operate in their own little bubble, right? And, really, and I've been getting some responses back from the 6 elected representatives that I kind of have communicated with, and they all kind of tell me the same thing. Oh, we can't interfere with the courts, Well, why not, right? Like, we live under a dictatorship of courts, right? right? Like I understand should be political interference in court cases, but when you have judges that are clearly stepping out of bounds, this needs to be addressed, right? So anyway, with that, I'm moving forward. Happy Labor Day weekend, and kids are all going back to school. My kids are going back, and I hope everything goes well. And with COVID and everything, I just hope the schools don't shut down again. Let's just hope that everything keeps going for the sake of the kids, right? And hopefully, this COVID is going to be behind us soon too. So anyway, again, this is not professional legal advice, just the ramblings of a 55-year-old man screwed in family court. And if you have been screwed in family court, please reach out to me, like these videos, make some comments, share them with your friends, any man that's been through family court, and send me an email at ourcourtsareajoke@gmail.com. Now, I have not been keeping up with cutting as many videos as I would like, as there's just a bit of a holding pattern. I don't have much to talk about. I don't want to just waste your time, so I am trying to be somewhat efficient, and hopefully my videos are making a little better sense. And moving forward, I will continue to do this. So anyway, with that, thank you very much, and have a good evening.